Fala rapaziada, como vocês estão no dia de hoje? E esse aqui vai ser um vídeo muito especial para vocês aqui do canal, que vai ser um vídeo em colaboração com a Slate, e esse vai ser um vídeo aqui em inglês, tá pessoal? Eu vou começar a conversar em inglês com a Slate, vai ter tradução desse vídeo do começo ao fim, tá? Então espero que vocês gostem muito desse vídeo e vai ser bem bacana, tá bom? So let's start, Slate. I'm here with the amazing Slate, the creator of the legendary video How to Bomb and many others amazing videos. So, can you introduce yourself, Slate?
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm Slate. I'm an endgame player in Watcher of Realms. I'm technically the enemy, I suppose, because Goha in Mad and my team, the Shire, we are, fighting. Although you guys are winning always, so that's totally fine. But very excited to be here and to have a chat, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So amazing that you're talking about that, because this collab right here is like the huge collab for GvG. Like, Slate is
Yeah.
from the Shire, which is a very competitive clan. Like, I would say maybe between top 2 and top 4 clan in the game, in my opinion. I don't know if Slate will agree, because
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Mad Elite's like the top 1 clan for for a long time. I'm from Mad Elite, of course, and Slate's like from a very strong clan. So this collab is like the best collab ever for GvG. We'll be talking about GvG in this video, and let's start the talk about GvG. We'll be talking about Ingrid first, okay? So the Ingrid situation. The Ingrid situation is it's very bad, I think, for the GvG right now, because Ingrid is like a monster for GvG right now. I'll put on the screen example of an Ingrid placement. I know there's like small changes you can do it with this, but Ingrid in the current GvG map is insane. Like, right, Slate?
Yeah. Oh, disgusting. Just yeah. It's good, but it's actually a problem. I think the biggest problem is the fact that there's only 2 units in the game that can trigger her ult to change from AoE to single target, and I think that makes it very, like, almost unfair in a way. Like, I mean, as a damage dealer, she's amazing. I don't mind that, but I find it very limiting the strategies you could try and use against her, because you can't switch her ult, basically.
Yeah, I completely agree. Slate's talking about in this image in the screen, when you have a unit in front of Brokir, only Maul and the Scale Skin Captain can change Ingrid to AoE damage to single target damage, which making her change stances is like could be a weakness if we attack her in the right way. So this is an awesome point that Slate brought. And this is just an example. You can change Ezreal for Lily. Lily is very popular in this kind of setup, but I mean, it's so hard to attack this type of defense, because you need to walk into Ingrid and you have like 2 fighters or tanks you can put in front of her, and it's really hard to deal with it. It's so hard because you need to walk like for her entire range. You need to walk into her, and her like big AoE blast, laser blast, will hit the entire screen. Like, it's insane. You have like a tank in front of Brokir right here, and we send more units behind it, and the big blast hits the units like really far back there.
Yeah, it just obliterates him. And I think that's the point, is like, you'd think, oh, I'm going to send a tank. Maybe that would trigger her into single target, because it's effectively a very large thing that you're trying to take down, but it doesn't trigger her. And so, yeah, you literally only options are Maul or the Scalekin. And it's sort of just like, but she'll very quickly switch back from her single target to AoE as soon as anything else comes through. So the way that they've coded it with the Demon Soldier is basically anything that isn't those 2 will trigger her AoE, and only those 2 units will trigger her single target stance. And I think that's kind of unfair because more you can only get if you get 50k Nightmare Blood. And the Scalekin is so rare. I just got him this week, farming as much as I farm. So anyone who basically is not in Overlord doesn't really even stand a chance of trying to change her stance or get past her, which I think makes it more frustrating than fun.
Exactly, I agree 100% with Slate, and there's one more thing I want to say about this situation is that they'll be changing this, right? They're moving the tower map. This map you see on the screen will be moved for the castle layout, right? It will be like in a desert skin. The map won't be exactly like this. There will be a desert skin in the map, and the layout for the placements and the GvG demons path will be the same. So the issue right now is that I think they are changing this because some clans have like 24 Ingrid defenses, and it makes like insanely hard to to fight GvG right now against a few clans. So they will be moving this defense for castle, so like 4 or 5 if you count the bubble. Defense with this layout where Ingrid is really strong, and we're gonna have a new tower map for GvG that we're going to talk in this video. So in my opinion, I don't know about Slate, but I think they're doing this to kind of nerf Ingrid without touching her directly. I think they learned from Borea's situation in the past, and they won't be changing Ingrid herself, but changing like the content she's like excels, like GvG, which is she's insane for GvG.
Yeah, and I actually think that's fair because if you think about it, at the moment you can effectively face up to like 30 Ingrid defenses, technically 24 excluding the bubble. And I think if it's you keep and this is her like perfect spot. So yeah, I think if I'm not saying that she's not going to be good in this new map. She is a fantastic unit, no doubt about it. I just think it'll definitely bring the balance we need to these kinds of teams if it's only going to be 4 of them or 5 of them rather than 20 of them.
Exactly. And let's talk about the new map now. I will show you guys the new setup I have for the GvG map. Okay, so this is what I brought for this video. It's gonna be a layout for the new map. The purple tiles are the placements for the ground units, and the red tiles in the right are the deploy zones for the GvG demons. So with this, we're gonna talk about the new layout. Is like a very early theory crafting video about the new map and some new placements, right? So I want to talk about some unit placements, some possible like very small theory craft, right? Like I think it's gonna take a little while until we need the season 4 to finish, and like wait 1 week, then we get the season 5 on global server. So I thought it would be fun to talk about this new map, some new possibilities in this map. So I brought here Slate, and I think this is gonna be really fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think the cool thing about it is, you see a map like this and your brain starts going and getting, oh, what about this placement or that placement? And then when you finally get it live, like that first week or so, or like the amount of different like combinations and placements, and it was like, oh, this did not work at all. Or you'd think of something and be like, oh, it's that, but then someone would go, oh, but I can just use this demon soldier to literally just walk through it. And it's like, oh, okay. So it's really fun theorizing and then putting it into practice and realizing how it does or doesn't work as well.
Yes. So let's start the talk with Ingrid, because we're talking about her a lot. So let's start with her. In my opinion, I think there's like only 2 spots in this map where Ingrid could work. So the first one would be here. I think this is not a very good spot because you have to need a tank like Vakyra on this spot, and there's not a big line here, right? So I don't think she will work here. I think there's probably better options for this than Ingrid, but the real big line in this map is right here. So Ingrid here facing right, and with a tank here. So
Yes.
in my opinion, this is kind of weird spot for Ingrid because there's no one blocking the units for her in this position, right, Slate?
No. Yeah, because if Brokir was basically one diagonal to the down to the right,
Here.
yeah, it would be a perfect spot for Ingrid because you couldn't even hit her
Yes,
at all till you
exactly.
got past the tank. But yeah, I mean, I still think with the AoE that she does to start with, you're gonna have a slaughterhouse coming out of the gate there.
Yes.
100%.
Sure, I didn't comment, but about Maul, the very small Maul here, he representing our demon soldiers. So Ingrid will
Yes.
start attacking from this spot. When the demon soldiers reach here, she will start attacking. What do I thought about maybe an Ingrid possibility would be something like this. So I control units right here. A healer,
Yep.
I don't know, maybe Lily here. Maybe Ajax, I don't know, I'm putting some like random units right now, but maybe Ajax right here. And I thought about, I want to talk about Ardea, but maybe Ardea here. So, but the issue here is that the units won't stop in front of Ingrid anymore. So Mary is like the best option for control, I would say, but she will slow the units from this spot, but they won't stay in Ingrid range for a really long time. So I don't know if it is. I think this is clearly a map designed for Ingrid not to be as dominant as she was.
True, but looking at that map, if you removed Ajax, because obviously that's too many units, but you're basically going from Ingrid into Ardea.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
And with Mary. And I mean, the thing is, at the moment, with the control units, one of the strategies that, like to use a lot is you basically snipe or bomb the control units so that you can then move your units faster through whatever the danger is. And with Mari going there, you can't get rid of her at all.
Yes.
Till you get through the tank. Like, yeah, she's protected, which is horrid.
Yes, I got some GvG setups I thought about previously before the video, and I think this spot for Mary is disgusting. It's like a disgusting spot. She'll control everything around here. So when the units hit this spot where Maul is right now, I mean, she'll be slowed forever in this spot. So I think for control, Mary here or even Grid would be huge in this.
Yeah.
In this tile. This is a very good tile for control units.
Yeah.
I'll leave Grid here for now.
Even if you don't put the tank there, that is still even if you move the tank further back, that is still just the best control spot because particularly Mary, who's got it all the way around her. Ooh.
Oh, I see what you mean. So Mary can cover even here, right? If something goes by, like Brokir is here, they try to swarm it, and Mary you control then the units even after they pass Brokir.
Yeah, and if you had something like the Ajax Lightning or the Praetus Lightning, that could be the difference. Even if you snuck past the tank, if Mary then slows or controls and freezes, and you then get stuck by the lightning, game over.
Yes, exactly. I think this is
it's like a failsafe.
For many placements we'll be talking about, I think Mary will be huge in this position. The control potential here is like insane. So finishing, let's finish wrap about Ingrid. I think she can work, but I don't think she'll be as dominant in my humble opinion, right? Yeah. But I think this is the best spot for her in this layout.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And I think it'll definitely be like a BP thing because if your demon soldiers can tank just one of her AoE hits I think you'll be able to move past her range. You know, and I think because it's not actually that long, and she's not, I can't remember what her speed is on attack, but it's not super fast. It's not like, you know, a less than 1 second attack. I really should look this up.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3.0 her attack speed base. I think from my head.
Let me pull it up.
I know Fastidio is like the biggest nerd for attack speed for interval attack, right? In the game.
Yeah. She's got a 3 second attack interval. What I'm saying is that you might get that down to 2 seconds or even 1.5, but you know, I sort of know that like each square is about a second on the map for most units. So if they can tank one hit from her AoE, they can get out of her range.
Exactly. And when they reach here, they're like, I won't be hit by Ingrid anymore. Maybe the big beam will still hit here, right? But if there's no one on her range, he won't throw the big beam. So when the units go by here, they're kind of safe from Ingrid. So I think she's definitely weaker in this map compared to the current map. And one more thing that makes her really strong in the old map is that you need to walk towards her. You need to walk her entire range in her direction, right? So it's 5 tiles walking towards her.
Yeah.
In this map, you just need to walk 3 tiles in her direction, and then the unit will go up, right? So it's not the 5 tiles walk, it's like 3 tiles walk and they go up.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying about her attack interval, is that with it being only 3 seconds, it's not... She's not fast enough that you're going to get 3 or 4 hits off her before the demon soldiers make it round the corner.
Yes, like I think it will make a huge difference for legendary flyers, right? When you send legendary flyer into Ingrid, he can die. I mean, the legendary flyer can die just from Ingrid damage, which is huge damage. So with the legendary flyer only having to walk 3 tiles, he won't die. Of course, he won't die. I mean, Mary can make the things kind of harder, but I think they will go past. Even if Mary, maybe if they don't get stunned with the Mary ultimate, of course. But I think even if Mary here, they will turn and leave Ingrid range and will be safe.
Yeah, and the thing with the legendary flyers is one of the things that slows them down so much is hitting a target. They are so slow when they hit something.
Exactly.
But they are not going to hit Ingrid. They're not even going to hit Mari. They're not going to do any hitting till they get near Vakyra and are then out of Ingrid's range. So again, they don't have that extra thing to slow them down, even if Mari is slowing them down.
Yes, I think around here where I put Maul, they started attacking Vakyra, I think, around here.
Yeah. So
they'll walk 2 tiles without just moving, just flying around. They'll fly around for 2 tiles. Then in this spot, okay, they will start attacking Vakyra. They'll try to turn. They'll get slowed by Mary. But I mean, they just need to walk like 1 tile to get out of the danger from Ingrid, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it will work. This is very early talk, but I think Ingrid will be way weaker in this map. And I kind of want to change the subject now, because I think the theme for this map is like the line units are going to be way weaker. The line range units, like Ingrid, let me remove her for now. But like Vakyra, which is being like an insane GvG unit for so long, right? She's so good for GvG. There's no good spot for Vakyra right now. Let me leave Vakyra here. Let me remove everyone. So Vakyra, the very good thing about her is the resurrection, right? There's no good spot for her in this map. Like you can't place her here, of course, right? Nope. Behind the tank. Here is kind of, maybe it's an okay placement here, but you won't get revive. Her revive is wasted in this spot. And back here, if you go like back here, there's no spot for her. There's no good spot. Here's the same issue.
I mean,
And maybe with the tank here, maybe here, but she won't attack the demon soldiers, right?
No, but if you put her where Brokir is, and you face her like you had Ingrid, because she's got that 6-tile range.
Yes.
She could hit the demon soldiers like Ingrid would.
Yes.
But that's gonna nerf her. Like, yeah, but really, that's it. Like, because I'm just thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then she gets a 6th, which would be the portal. So she will still hit people on her basic. For those 2 tiles.
Yes.
But
I think Vakyra damage is always. I thought it was always lacking. So I don't think if you can't control the units, I think this is like. I don't think this is a very good strat for Vakyra. With Ingrid, I think it makes a little more sense because Ingrid damage is like insane, right? So
yeah.
Ingrid on this position like does really a lot of damage in a short amount of time.
Yeah, and like you said, Vakyra, it's not, she's good damage, but it's the utility. It's the fact that she is usually part of a northern comp or an Arbiter comp. She's got the revive, which comes in huge, and so yes, she does the damage as well. However, it's the whole utility of her that makes a good component in a team.
Exactly.
And if she can't be behind a tank to revive, I'm so sad.
Yeah, Vakyra has been like a huge GvG unit since season 0, like the beta season. Yeah. Vakyra has been like a unit that in the early game of the Watchers of the Realm, she was not being used a lot. Then GvG came around and older contents came around, and Vakyra, like her stocks went so high, she becomes such a good unit. But for this GvG map, Vakyra there's no spot for her. There's no good spot. So sad for her.
No good spot. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say there's no good spot for Ardea either.
So Ardea was my next subject. Let's talk about Ardea. So Ardea has the same issue, right? She can't be here. Even like she lowers her health as well. So it's really hard. She can't be behind the tank like this. There's no way. Maybe this spot, but there's some nuances, I would say, on this spot, because I'm not sure if it's completely safe spot. It's very good for Ardea because she'll hit the entire row here, right?
Yeah. I'd bomb that. Yeah. I know how to. I would bomb that straight away.
Yeah, you can exactly. You can bomb her like a very easy bomb, right? You don't even need the bomb to go past Brokir.
No, I mean, half the problem with the bomb strat is trying to get it through the tank. You don't even need to get it through the tank. That's game over if you put Ardea there. And you've got bombs. So even if it looks good, as in like the line, you couldn't put her there because she would just be wiped.
Exactly, and Ardea, she won't tank the bomb. There's no way she can survive the bomb. Maybe with a revive here, but I don't think it will work. Maybe with Lily, trying to work a miracle. Maybe Lily here to protect both. But I mean, you waste one bomb on Ardea. She'll proc the revive. You just throw another bomb, and Ardea is done.
Yeah. And then you don't have the revive on the tank or on anyone else, and it's game over.
Exactly. So the line heroes, I think they are done in this map. They're wasted. It's so hard for them in this new layout for the line units, like the line range units. So Vakyra, Ardea, Ingrid. I think Ingrid is kind of the better one between the three because Ingrid is so strong. Maybe Ingrid can work in some way.
Yeah.
I
think though the hybrid line ones, Arrogance, Ymrit,
yes,
they have more potential because when they ult, they go into a box.
Yes, exactly. Let's talk about them right now. So I was thinking about that. Maybe let's bring Ymrit. So the issue with the front, the defense here in the front, is that there is no good spot for a fighter without being next to the tank. Ingrid
What about
has.
the one?
I don't know which one.
No, down, diagonal down one more. No, keep
Oh, I
looking
see.
where it is.
I see what you want. Here, right?
Because he'll hit in front. He'll hit that spot in front. There.
Right here.
Yeah, and oh gosh, my brain's completely melted. But I know arrogance on his ult would then hit in front of Vakyra as well. So
Yes.
yeah,
Arrogance can hit here. Yeah. Let's
but not Ymrit.
go away, Ingrid.
Yeah,
Arrogance here. He can hit here with his ultimate. It's go 3x3 range.
yeah.
This can work, and arrogance is a good way to kind of stop flyers, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk.
If you didn't, sorry.
You can talk. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, one of the sort of popular comps is a nightmare comp.
Yes, I was
So you'd have
about to say
horrible-
that.
Yeah.
I was just about to talk. Let's make a nightmare comp, because nightmare comp is like the most common comp since GvG started, right?
Yeah, massive.
So it would be Torador here, maybe arrogance here. Let's
Hatsit
Hatsit
in the Mary spot.
in the Mary spot.
Or above Torador. Possibly. I just don't
Here?
like it there. No, where Lily is.
Oh, I see. Let me remove Lily for her. Here, right?
Yeah. I don't like it, but it could work.
Yes. And
I think I should put them.
there's one more spot that would be maybe a ranger here. I don't know. Maybe.
Are you bringing greed?
Control. Right. Could be grid here.
Yes.
He was low to his spot, but only
or
here.
Greed where Lily is.
Okay, let's move Lily. Grid here. Grid here is huge. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's put Mal here, and the healer. Maybe we need a different healer. Maybe Hollow. Hollow is not here, but or maybe this is kind of
You just
weird
have to move
spot.
Hatsit. You just have to move Hatsit. So, yeah, Hatsit would... The problem is Hatsit's range, if she goes on that yellow tile, her ultimate is wasted. Because she'll never hit anything with the ultimate.
Yes, she won't hit.
So you would almost have to... And if you put her next to Torador, she's vulnerable to a bomb.
Bomb or legendary mages as well.
Exactly. So you would have to choose to either have Greed or Hatsit in that, I think. Unless no, I've got it. Move Torador back one.
Back one.
Yeah. Right? And then Lily can go on that tile behind Arrogance. To the left there, because she'll reach Torador.
Okay.
And then you can do... Can you do Hatsit where Greed... Like, yeah, some I don't know, but it's all quite close, so they might be vulnerable, like you said, to legendary mages.
Yes, I think maybe she can be sniped from here. Like, archers probably will snipe her from here.
Yeah, probably, actually.
It's I try to think some defense with a tank back here, but it's really hard with the second tile here. It's really hard to set up here. This spot is also very good. I mean, not for Hatsuit, but this spot would be good as well. I think they won't be hit like Torador will tank, but I don't think there's enough support for this, because with Torador moving one tile back, you lose all these 3 tiles. These 3 tiles around here, you can use it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can.
You then get
maybe you can flex something with Ajax here, because he has a big range, wide range.
You put Greed where Hatsit is and Ajax where that is. Greed will be able to slow everything and almost block them within Arrogance's and Ajax's range.
Yes. It could work, but I kind of want to talk about we chatted a little bit before, and she brought a very good point about Hatsuit in this spot. I kind of want to talk about this. Let's remove Ajax. Let's go back to the original setup here.
Yeah.
Maybe Mary here. I don't know.
Theoin, probably.
Teowing with the extra range, right? Teowing could work out awesome here.
Yeah.
I think Teowing is like really good in this spot.
Yeah. Because that even his normal range is fine in that spot.
So about this hatchet spot, I think this hatchet spot would be sick, would be disgusting, because when the tanks come, right, they will get ulted by hatchet right here.
Yep.
And when they reach this spot, hatchet won't ult. So,
No, so
any units you can talk.
Oh, sorry. I noticed it and I was like, hang on a minute. That is the perfect hatchet spot. Because, yeah, she'll ult when the tanks are on her. But because she gets her ult back so quick, they are currently out of her ultimate range. So that when you then send in something to, like, try and overrun, she's going to ult again on those heroes. And it's game, like, it's game over.
Yes, it's kind of a unique spot for her, because she never had a spot like this. Because when the tanks are here, she won't ult, right? When the tanks in this spot. So any other units coming by here, you get ulted when they move here. And if you take a long time, she'll ult again if you go past order here. So if they go past order, she'll ult again. So it's kind of could make a very tricky defense timings, right? With Hatsuit in this spot, because she has multiple trigger positions, like Demon Soldier's positions, for her to trigger her ultimate, right?
Yeah. And if anyone sneaks through, there's a lot that she can... I mean, she can get you all the way next to Arrogance on the left-hand side.
Where? Here?
No. I'm saying if you leave her where she is, her ultimate will be... She can get behind Arrogance with her
exactly. Ultimate. If something like dogs are very popular GvG demon, right? If the dogs go past here and she's charging her ultimate and they go here, they'll get obliterated. When the dogs reach here and she like gets her ultimate, I mean, she's a spot sick. She can hit here, right in front of her, and go past into order. And if she somehow they timed this right, they go all the way here, she can still ult from this spot. If it's like a dogs which they don't attack her, right? Legendary flyers, if they go past here, they will probably kill her, right? When they are in this spot.
Yeah, but the thing is she's not going to, again, and in that position, if you've got the tank there, she's not going to be the first thing that people hit.
Exactly.
So she's not actually in a very vulnerable position there. Like, it is, there's always vulnerabilities, but she is kind of also protected in that spot, and yet her entire range is in use. Like, that is...
This was never seen before. This was never seen before. Something like this.
Yeah.
In any GvG map.
No. And it's like, if that was a ground unit, it's like, it would be like a lust type, because not obviously lust in GvG, but I'm saying if you think about it's that entire diamond round, which is just so good. You've literally almost got a U shape on the map that you've got to get through.
Yes, exactly. You need to go around her, like you need to go fully around her, almost like to go to the finish. So this spot is really good for like AoE units with like circle effects.
Yeah.
So Hatsuit, maybe even Boreas, like not talking about Nightmare, but Boreas here could be good as well, because he'll hit the entire map in this spot with his ice damage, ice stance. So maybe Boreas can be good, very good here.
Yeah, well, I mean, Boreas is great. I think the other thing I've noticed is they released Dahlia and Ingrid and Anora right before the new map dropped. And obviously Dahlia had that long range and Ingrid's got that long range. So that spot in the middle there to me is a circle spot. And we've had quite a lot of hero suggestions coming, so I'm wondering if we're going to get some new heroes with that circle range, basically, because that is just perfect. It is literally perfect for that.
Yes, I completely agree. This spot is really good And maybe we'll see. It's very common in older tower defense, like old games, tower defense games, to have some like unit that hits in a circle shaped. So maybe something like that will work here as well. Maybe some future units. We need to watch out for that in the future. I don't know if this map will stay for like season 6 in the future. I don't know how what they're going to do. But if this map stays, we need to pay very close attention to like circle effects in the game, like because they will be strong in this map. I completely agree with you, Slate.
Yeah. I think the one thing we haven't talked about yet is because usually you have like a bottom placement and then a portal placement or a mid placement.
Yes, I was just going to say talk about this as well. Let's go. So we talk a lot.
Just on the same place.
Exactly, it's happening a lot. So I was going to say that we are talking a lot about this placement in the front, which I think is very strong. Yeah. And let's talk about the back here, because we didn't talk about that yet. I will put some difference I have saved here that I made just for an example, okay? Yeah. So I kind of want to talk about AI, so I'll put AI here, because this is going to be a very good spot for her. A tank here, which is Broker, like standard tank Broker. He's like the god of tanks. I made some different thing with Araka. I think Araka may come back, because Araka in the current map is like you can't see her in tower anymore. Araka was so good in the first seasons of GvG.
So good.
And season 4, she's nowhere. She's nowhere. No. You can't find Araka anymore. So a healer, I was Lily, because Lily is so good, so being used a lot. Or it could be Halloween as well for Rage Region. And
yeah.
And one hero here, like could be anyone here where I put Silas. Because this spot is really good for back defense. Because while this tank is here, this spot's like insane. He will hit like really far.
Yeah, especially with Araka getting that bonus, and then the slows with I as well.
Yes, this is just an example to talk about the back defense. Like AI, I think it should be insane, because these tiles around here, she won't put crystals here, right? Because this is like dead tiles in the map. So she will put tiles on every single tile here, leading to the tank. So AI is so good for castles because of that. Because she puts like I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crystals, if I'm not mistaken, in front of the tank. And this is kind of similar situation for AI in this map. So I think for control in the back, of course, you can go standard control units like Mary, like Grid. They will be very good here as well, because they will control everything.
With I in the current tower, there's too many spots that she can place crystals that the demon soldiers don't even walk on, that she kind of you kind of lose her to the RNG, right? Because if she starts spawning crystals in the spots, like that spot in front of her and Vakyra,
yes, here, right? It's like, the only dead spot,
right? Whereas in the current map, there are quite a few of those dead spots that she just keeps spawning crystals in. That, I mean, I have seen icomps, but they don't work as well because of that compared to what it is in the keeps. But exactly what you're saying, she's got, well, the one to the left her, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then does she get the one, and then she gets the 2.
I think I'm not sure. It's kind of weird range, right? I'm not sure if she gets here, right? It's a spot, right? I'm not sure as well.
Wait.
I think she gets here. I think she gets here.
Okay, so it's 2 to the left. 2 to the left.
You talk about this too?
No. Eye's range is 2 to the left.
Oh yes. Okay.
Up 3.
Oh, she'll get here.
She will get that.
She'll get the spot.
So that's where she starts. Yeah.
So
but if you place her facing the portal.
Okay. So facing right.
Yeah, she will then get everything she will get that entire thing apart from the one right in front of Brokir.
Like let's use Mal as an example. She'll get
Yeah.
everything here, like everything except this spot
Except that.
in front of the tank. Except this spot, but she'll get like everything around here, like the entire way. So this could be really annoying for Swarm.
Yeah.
It's like insane. If you try to swarm with AI facing here, the units will start being frozen. I think it's 4 in front of her. It's 4 spots, right? Slate, I'm not completely sure.
3 in front of her, including her, so it's 4. So yeah. So what I'm saying is where more is, so it's 1, 2, 3. The one more to the left is when she'll start.
So Maul would be frozen here, right? From this spot?
No, one more left. One more
here,
left.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they would need to walk into like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crystals. This is disgusting. Like 6 crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and AI does a lot of damage. Some people don't give her the props, but she does insane damage. I mean, walking to 6 crystals is really hard, and for Swarm it's really bad. Like trying to swarm with necros and dogs could be really hard because they will get frozen in random spots all the time.
No. And then if you've got a long range where Silas is,
you could go like
Nyx,
for example. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just something. You're done. Actually, if Nyx went between Elowin and Brokir with her extended range, would she hit in just the tile above?
Maybe you could even put the tank here. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, wait, let me get the range up for
Nyx is 4. With Araka, she will hit here. With Araka, I'm sure she will hit the spot.
Yeah, because she's 4 and then an extra one with Araka.
Can you even place the tank here? I don't know. And Nyx does AoE damage where she attacks, right? So, especially for her ultimate, you will hit the units that are here. If something's here, she'll do damage to units here. So I don't know. Maybe it could work. I think Piercers could be really strong in this map. The extra range looks really strong here, and AI. I think AI would be sick as well in this map. Facing to the right, like you say that, and it didn't even thought about that. Facing right here is like at 6 crystals, which is really hard to go by.
Yeah.
And if you have with AI here, I think the swarming would be really hard. So I think in my original setup with Silas here, like a very good single target damage here to clean the tanks over time.
Yeah.
It will be huge because if you don't let the tank be here, it will be like impossible to swarm this. And you have against flyers, you also have Araka control.
I was gonna say, like, if you didn't have Araka, if you used like an Ivar, you'd be able to fly it probably with the, if you bait the ults. But with Araka's control, that makes it so much harder.
Makes way harder. And if you're worried about control, you can swap AI for Mary. This is like impossible to fly over now with Mary here.
No, yeah, you can't fly over that. No.
There's no way you fly over with Mary. So maybe you need to pick your poison here. Like if you're afraid of swarms, AI will be huge. If you're afraid of flying over, for back defense, it's very common to try and swarm, right? So that's why I brought AI first, because she'll be huge trying to stop swarming. But against flyers, Mary is huge here. And maybe you can even run Araka here or here, I don't know. For Araka here, maybe it would be more a tankier Araka.
Yeah. But I was just thinking, with that bottom placement, you've got quite a good Arbiter spot. So Araka goes where it goes to the left, right? And is a constance.
Yes, let's make that. Let's make the Arbiter. The Arbiter. I have Arbiter set up here. Let's do it.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
I kinda had an Arbiter. Brokir will stay because Brokir is Brokir. He's like the god.
Yep, exactly. That's who you bring.
Constance. So Constance here, I would say, or here behind Brokir.
I think you could do either, to be honest.
Yeah, Constance is very common behind the tank because she can You can build her with good attack and at the same time enough HP so she won't be blasted, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can go like Praetus here maybe
Yeah.
for the single target spot right here.
Well, I was gonna put Pelagios there.
Pelagios can work as well. Let's bring Pelagios. Pelagios here for huge range. I think AI will be sick. It's like the castle defense, right?
Right.
With AI here, and maybe.
And then Praetus there, yeah.
Praetus here will be hitting the front in front of Brocure. It could work. It could work. And Pelagios is like insane. Like you can control with AI and Pelagios here. And Pelagios we could swap here, right? As well.
Yeah. No, you could swap because Pelagios he'll do the vortex or whatever you want to call it in front of, and then Praetus will just blitz him.
Yeah, it is. maybe Constance here, right? Because
that's what I thought.
I know she will read Praetus, right? It's 3 range.
I
think she will read Praetus in this spot.
Let me check. It's only 2 in front, so
it's only 2.
No,
so bad. So okay, so here she will buff Pelagios and AI on this spot. Like she won't reach Praetus, but this is a very good spot for her as well. And she will be kind of safe in here, right?
Yeah.
From AoE damage, you can build her even more with more attack if you want to.
Yeah. But it's amazing.
I
was just like, oh.
And this is a very common defense right now. I think for tower is not very common, but you can use like arbiters for tower right now, but they're not like standard. But for castles, they're really strong. And this reminds the castle defense, right?
Yeah, but it does look like a castle defense
and
because it is that U-shaped and everything.
And maybe we can even go Ajax here, right? Ajax covering everything here. In a very safe spot. Like he's very safe here and covering like everything around here.
Yeah. So you basically, as soon as something comes into eye, you're gonna get ulted by Ajax. If they make it past the Ajax, you get ulted by Praetus. If you then get to the point where you are trying to overrun, you've got 2 tanks to get through. At which point, this
looks very solid defense right now.
That looks good.
And like we talked in the past, you can swap AI for Mary if you want, or Grid. I think in this position is Grid or Mary for extra control.
I think Grid would go good there.
Yes, Grid is control everything around the Brocure in the Praetus range, so it's really hard to stay in front of the tank in this position. Or if you think the problem is Swarm, AI will be God here, like we talked already. And Ajax can do slows as well. It's kind of RNG based slows, but he can slows like air units as well if they try to fly over. So with Ajax, I think flying would be a little bit harder. And if you don't go Ajax, you try like Pelagios does, I would say, less damage than Ajax, I would say.
I would say Pelagios is almost control with his vortex in a way.
He's kind of hybrid, like damage and control. Yeah.
But it means that you could swap out I for a different damage dealer. I was thinking you could just swap out for a different damage dealer.
For more damage?
Not even another control. Yeah. Because what you're missing there is any kind of piercing or normal damage. That's a very magic heavy team.
Maybe go Ajax here. Like here.
I mean, yeah. I was going to say that bottom slot, that spot facing up was something.
Bottom slot here?
No, sorry, exactly the one you had. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
You could go even Ajax. I think I never said it, but I think Ajax is like the best GvG units ever. Like he's the
it's ridiculous.
He's the god of GvG because he's so versatile. He can go in almost every single comp and he does really good damage. He does like provide the damage, the magic defense reduction, the buffs and slows with her empowered attack from Ajax. He can slow as well. So this would be really hard to go. It is like huge damage, this composition right now.
And then you've got the double lightning, you've got the freezes with Brokir, you've got the slow and pull in with Pelagios. Like, yeah, anyone who sort of like says, "Oh, Ajax isn't that great," I'm like, do you understand how versatile he is? You know, you put him in a piercer comp, that extended range alone. You put him where he's getting boosted down, like, oh, it's just ridiculous.
I love
The stuff
Ajax.
Ajax
I think
is
he's so good. I think he's underrated for a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. I think he's really good.
Yeah. We
So
don't have him.
you don't have her.
We don't have him. I'm
What?
so like I am missing Ajax, Ardea, Torador, Garnel, Valderon as like, and obviously Ingrid, but you know, I'm missing some of the like best GvG units, and it is so painful. And Constance, I don't have a Constance, and I just every time I'm like, but I have a Praetus.
But the weird part is like Torador, the list you talking about, Torador and Ajax, you can get them from blue summons, right? And
Right?
yellow, and you don't have it. It's so sad.
It's so sad. But yeah, I'm gonna get them one day.
One day it's going to happen. So I have one more setup I think I want to talk about, the last one. So let me remove everybody. It's another piercer setup I want to talk about. I found it to be kind of interesting. So let's remove Praetus. Let's put Brokir right here. So I kind of want to talk about this yellow spot I put in the map because I think this could be a very good spot for piercer comps. Okay, so I think like put a Teal in here, or even a DPS. You could go even DPS here, like Silas or Sargak, which I don't put here in the image, but you could be anyone because they have very standard range. And you can go for a control on Tealing spot, and you could go Araka for more control as well, because you have you have infinite damage with Silas, right? Silas during his ultimate is like infinite damage. He will clean everything. So Araka, maybe Araka here. Okay, she go either on these positions, right? Here she'll need to be tankier for staying here behind Brokir, but you go for more DPS Araka, more in this spot right here, because she will hit this spot. She'll start controlling from this spot.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say the Brokir, instead of Brokir, that is a really good spot for Cyrus, who we haven't spoken about yet. And Cyrus is disgusting in GvG.
Yes.
And if he's placed left, his skeleton, you know, he's got the room for the skeletons. There's not many other places that he can go on this map that his skeletons, he can get 2 out.
Yes.
And getting 2 of them out is really important. So that's a really good Cyrus spot, either of those 2 places.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
The Cyrus here is really good. He put 3 skeletons in the back here, like Slate said. And there's not a lot of options. Here we talk about these spots being very hard to use. This back tile spot. And maybe here, but you lose a lot of tiles. I mean, you want the tank to be in the front tile, like right here or here, because you enable more spots for the platform units. So
go hard. This is, I think, the only comp where that second tile could work, because if you move Cyrus 1 over to the left, and Lily with her extended range behind Araka down here. You then don't need those 3 platforms with what you've got set up.
I agree. This is way better for Araka, right?
Right? Because then he's getting in front of Cyrus.
Yeah, she'll start controlling even. Yeah, this could be really good. Really, really good.
I was like, hang on a minute. That's the one setup where you don't need those 3 tiles. So actually, and Cyrus still has the 2 tile for his skeletons.
Exactly.
Lily will protect him. Araka can get the control out. You've got hideous damage coming from Silas or Sargak. Because you could even do Gone, if that makes sense in that position.
Yes.
No, you wouldn't do Gone, because then you lose the piercer range. What am I talking about?
Yes, exactly.
But actually, no, you could, because Carnelian is 3 in front, so Carnelian would still reach if that was Gone.
If Carnelian here, right? Yeah, she'll land here.
Yeah.
If she was Gan here.
Yeah, so you could do a chaos
And Sargak in Silas, right?
Yeah.
Sargak.
And you put Ardea. Oh no, but Ardea just doesn't fit.
Yeah,
But-
there's no place for her.
But yeah, who knows what else is going to come out? But basically, yeah, that's a Piercer team there would work really well.
Let me bring Cyrus.
Like,
I want to talk
with
about
Cyrus.
one thing that we didn't talk about this, which I think is
Yeah.
huge, because let me swap Tewin and Silas here, because I want to talk about how huge this is with a Piercer team, this spot. Because
Yeah.
with the extra range from Arak, from the Piercer's passive, Tewin will start slowing the units from here, from the spawn, from the front tile of
Yeah.
the spawn. You'll start being slowed from here, and they walk a little bit, and we'll be blasted by Silas here. It could be anyone. Could be maybe if you want more AOE, you can swap Silas for Ajax, or Ajax
had
up
Nyx
here as
there-
well. There's a lot of options here.
Yeah, if you had Nyx there, she would hit that front tile as soon as you place them, and Theowen would slow them as soon as you place them.
Yes, exactly. You could run like a DPS Araka here as well, so you don't lack
Yeah.
a lot of single targets. You have some with Araka because she's kind of safe here. She could be bombed, but I don't think it's an easy bomb. There's no way of Tewin here and Nyx. I don't think this could be an easy bomb. Tewin slow is 6 slow, and he'll slow for everything here. Like, he'll hit everything. Imagine trying to bomb with Tewin here, hitting everything. I don't know if it would
I
work.
have to figure it out.
Sorry?
It'll be fun to figure out.
Yeah, it's gonna be really. I think when I saw this map for the first time, I thought, oh, this is kind of weird map. When I started thinking about it, I find it really fun. I think it's gonna be a really good map. I think it brings some new stuff to the table. I think some tiles here are very smart. Like this tile right up here is really good for some situation, very specific situations, like I'm talking right now. With the extra range, you could even go Ajax up here.
Yes.
Like, I mean, he'll hit everything. He'll hit everything here, like everything.
Oh, wow.
And you maybe swap a little bit the things here, like maybe put a control, maybe put Cyrus here, a control here. I don't know, you can like toy around. But this would be insane for Ajax. The spawn of this map is really unsafe right now.
Yeah.
It's really unsafe. And I think it's never happened before, right? You always had some time.
Yeah, I remember when GvG first started, they realized that you could put and she could spot the spawns basically. But they then fixed that because it was like, oh, that's actually broken the whole point. But I do think that's one thing that makes GvG so exciting is like, we are getting a new map, new season. It makes the gameplay not stale. You know, I feel like we're only just starting to figure out the defenses for this map. And so it's nice that this map is then going to be upgraded to the keep. So you get, sort of by the time you've figured out the meta, you haven't lost all that research or time or effort, but you get a new challenge coming in as well. Yeah, and I think the thing is about GvG is that it is pretty much the only endgame content that changes every week. Like, you know, every time you face a new opponent, everyone's learned from the week before and the defenses have changed up. So unlike, you know, when you clear Gear Dungeon 10 or you clear Gear Raid Stage 21, once you've done it once, it's done. Like, you know, you get that huge sense of achievement when you first do it because obviously it's like, I've worked hard and I've made it. But once it's done, it's done. Whereas with this game mode, and I think that's the same with Codex because you're constantly competing to get higher and higher and push it further and further, it just is so much fun because it is constantly challenging. And then new heroes come out, not just new maps. And I love the fact, if this is the trend that they're going to do, where they bring out a new map as the tower, and then the old tower map becomes the keep, and they sort of like, effectively you get the same map for 2 seasons, but for different reasons, this game mode never ends because they can constantly make new maps, right?
Yes.
And it just keeps that game mode alive. Whereas a lot of game modes or things with endgame players is they lose those players because there's no new challenge.
Yes.
Whereas
like
if
you
every
finish a
X
map, a PvE map, you're done. You don't need to do. You kind of auto it and it's done.
Yeah.
But GvG is always different.
Yeah.
And it's always different for many reasons, not only one. Like we're talking about the map right now, which is huge, like a huge difference. But like new heroes maybe come out and shake the GvG defense meta, and a lot of stuff can change the GvG. So it's really fun. Maybe some people bring in some new defense we've never seen before, and it's fun. It's fun figuring out, right?
Oh, it's the best part. It's the best part, and I've had so much fun talking about all of this.
Yes. So let's wrap this up. Thank you a lot, Slate, for this talk. It was really fun, and an insane tip for you guys that watch and really like GvG is following Slate. She's like the best GvG content creator in my opinion in the game.